What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Matt Tuna Turner, and today I'm coming to you from my living room, but without my table, because I just got back from LA. And when I left for LA, I was reorganizing my magic cards, and I kind of left them all over the table. So no table here, but that's okay because I don't need it. I wanted to talk to you guys about my trip, a little bit about a trip in LA. I was supposed to go to a concert, but sadly that was postponed late Thursday night, and the concert was on Saturday. And so after 18 months of delays, decided, you know what? Maybe it's best to just get the money back for this one. Traveling into the US and back from Canada is a giant hassle. It was like $300 US, not Canadian. So in testing alone, so it's not cheap, plus airfare and hotels and food, and the transit in LA is garbage, so you have to rent a car. Sadly, that didn't happen, but I did go to Disneyland. And if you remember from my last video, there were a couple things about Disneyland that you kind of want to do each time you go. And one of those is when you go to Star Wars Land, you want to get a red crystal, because every, I think, 100 or so is actually a black one. But we're going to get more to that in a little bit later. Disney was in the era of the CCP virus. It's a little difficult. It's not quite like it was in the before times. During the Pangea, I don't want to say the actual word because otherwise YouTube's probably going to flag me. It's a lot harder. I do recommend, actually, if you watched my last video where I went and built my own lightsaber, I recommend, I'll put a link in the description below and at the end of the video. I recommend downloading the app, and everything now at Disneyland is done through the app. I have it here. And the reason I say that is because not only are your tickets on there and your parking, if you do happen to drive, but now, because of the Pangea, they have two rides in particular that use like this virtual queue system, plus a few of the other things you want to do also have to be booked through the app. It's not the most convenient way to do things. It's certainly the fairest way, so I understand why they decided to do it this way. It's just it's very difficult, and like the messaging around it is not great. I was there just for a day, and I did both parks because I wanted to see the Avengers in the morning and then Star Wars at night. And if you remember in my last video, the reason for that was because there is a cantina in the Star Wars land, and I wanted to do that at night because I had a DD, and I didn't have to drive home. But Disney was fun. When you book your tickets now, if you're doing both parks, you have to actually pick which one you want to do first. We chose to do California Adventure Park first, just because we wanted to do Avengers in the morning. But what we didn't know, and this is again coming back to the app, is that one ride in California Adventure and one ride in Disneyland use the virtual queue system. And maybe I can put this in post. Oh, it just crashed. Pardon the inconvenience. I already have an account. And the virtual queue system is not the best. Basically, they open the queue for these two rides. The one in California Adventureland is the Spider-Man ride, which sadly I didn't get to go on because we didn't know about this prior. They open the queue twice a day, once at 7 a.m. So if you're going, go early, especially if you're planning to hit both parks. And then they open it again at noon, and you have to be like on it. So if you're on a ride at noon trying to get on the virtual queue, sorry, probably aren't going to make it. And they fill up, and once they're full, you just have to wait and hope that they get through the queue and open more spots, which it didn't happen. We tried that. So we started the morning at California Adventureland, which is where the Avengers campus is. We went on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which is a lot of fun. It's basically they took the old Twilight Zone drop and rebranded it for Guardians. Actually, doing that, we did it twice. We did it once during the day and once at night. And at night, they completely changed the story. It's actually they did a really good job with it. But what we didn't know is that the Spider-Man ride, you had to line up in this virtual queue, and it opens at 7 a.m. And the park isn't even open at 7 a.m. So we didn't get to go on Spider-Man. But if you want to get on the virtual queue, if you open up the app, there's a little button down here, and virtual queues is this one. I don't know if you can actually see this. And then it says join virtual queue. However, you can't really join until the window opens. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, we didn't try this beforehand, we should have. I'm pretty sure you have to actually be like in the vicinity of the park or on park Wi-Fi in order to actually join the virtual queue. And like I said, the first one opens at 7 a.m. and the other at noon. We happened to be just finishing a ride at like 11:58, and we got off the ride, found a Wi-Fi, and just sat there and just kept hitting refresh. And we ended up getting into Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance, which is the whole point of this video, to be honest with you. But we were not able to get into Spider-Man, and that is because you can't join two virtual queues at the same time. So we decided to just stick with the Star Wars one and hope that they would clear through the queue for Spider-Man through the day, and we could do that as the last thing we did. But it didn't happen. They didn't get through the queue. We even went back there to see if we could be put on standby, but it didn't. So we didn't get to try the Spider-Man ride. But that's okay. It was still a good day at Disney. We did Guardians of the Galaxy. We putzed around the Avengers campus. It is cool. But yeah, no Spider-Man ride. And then we went on the Incredicoaster, which is the old California Screamin' coaster. They rebranded it for the Incredibles and gave like a little story to it. It was quite fun. Went on that a few times actually. It's probably my favorite ride in California Adventureland. And then we went to the other park because once your morning is up, once your time is up, you can then travel to the other park. And I think the switchover happens at 1. So at 1 o'clock you see just a bunch of people going back and forth from one park. It's kind of like watching a mass migration. They're pretty good with masks inside on rides. And then we had to show a vaccination when we got there, which was fine. But yeah, we got on the virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance. Our spot was like number 257, so it was like a 3-hour wait. So while you wait, you go do other things. We did Indiana Jones, which was fun. And then we did Smuggler's Run, which is the Millennium Falcon ride, and I actually got to pilot the ship, so it was the last one. The last spot on that ride I had not done yet. I've been gunner and engineer, and now thankfully I can say pilot. And I also did some shopping, and I have that right here. But you know, I think I'll open this at the end of the video. Why don't I just queue up the Rise of the Resistance for you guys, and you can see for yourself what it was all about. You gotta get a picture of this.
Yeah.
Mine's charging right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's yours to try to move your walking in your pocket.
I'm hoping there's a pouch we can just put it in. I'm gonna have to go to the World of Disney store before we leave.
What for?
For Melvin and the baby shower. We walked past it. It's between the two parks. Yeah.
It's got everything that you buy at any of the stores all around here.
Yeah.
You might need to go find a book for Jeffrey as well.
Hmm?
Might find a book for Jeffrey.
Yeah, it might be there if we don't make it back to the other park.
Well, we'll make it back to the other part.
Yeah.
And I would probably start using the Galaxy now, but I like it.
Yeah, that was fun. And this time I won't film it.
Yeah.
Patrol 6. Command request another sweep through Sector 2. Verify all materials tagged for packed out and all recruits prepped for briefing.
Sorry. Because he's holding a thermal detonator.
Intel Officer Hipper comes to program streaming.
Kind of more push to get here earlier.
I don't know.
I just mean, I mean, that would be.
Yeah, I mean, if I knew, I would have been like, fuck yeah, let's get out of here at 7.
Yeah.
I can sacrifice sleep as much as I hate to do that. We didn't know.
No, we didn't. You see. Next time.
Yeah, well, next time there isn't going to be a virtual queue. Because there's not going to be any of this COVID bullshit.
Depends on how long it's going to have. It's probably
Yeah, well, this is America. People are going to be like, hey, vaccines are poison, give me horse paste, and we're going to be stuck back here.
Yeah, pretty soon it'll be part of life.
Yeah.
I think it'll make a couple more evolutions and then it'll just be like, whatever.
It's going to be like the flu shot now.
Well, I mean, that too.
Yep.
Nothing should be discussed outside of your transport groups.
This is quite the queue. Speaking of queues. Nope. America.
Recruits approaching Kyber. See how it is sufficient
BB-8. Prep the ready room for recruits. Commander 9-9, please report back to IGS cockpit.
Incoming transmission from Ray. BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be at flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pucara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pucara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-9 and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Paul Dameron and a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pucara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Stand clear. Death doors opening now.
Hurry, all recruits to transport. No need for safety gear. It'll be a smooth ride. Deck is in motion. Recruits crossing to transport.
Take care.
Initiate pre-flight sequence on Deck 3 for Pucara. Affirmative. Deck 3, you are clear for launch. Pucara bound personnel, this is your final call to board. Good. Airspeed sensor. Thank you, 9-9. Black Leader, are you and your team ready?
Affirmative. The engines are on. Red 2, Blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
Blue 5 standing by.
Engage propulsors and hold on, recruits. More ships. Launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Pucara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark.
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. Go check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company. First order TIE fighters. Reroute. Reroute. Round 2, Blue 5, we got a clear path so transport can make the jump. They're all over us. I'm hit.
We got threat 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue.
I'm trying, but...
We lost Blue 5. I'm gonna try to draw them away.
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready. You won't have much time.
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from? Star Destroyers. We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
It's a price to make us a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Is there anything we can do, Nine? No, the tractor beam will be too strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
They'll want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
Passengers aboard cargo vessel TR-141. You're to disembark immediately. Proceed to interrogation. Follow you.
Andrew.
Proceed again and do not separate from your unit. Continue down the corridor for further processing.
Okay, let's go.
Sorry, coming in behind you. My bad.
You need to take pictures.
Yeah, I know. That was dope though. Remember that hanger like that? What, this Batman? Yeah. Not bad though. 2.
How many? Two. Join them on the gray markers. How many? 5.
Oh.
3, 2. Stand on the blue markers, the remaining 2 on red. Now, reassignment. By 1, I'm going to have you join them on blue. The remaining 2, join them on red. So the unit of 2, join them on the red markers.
Well, that's us.
And then the 1, I'll have you switch over to blue.
Shh, don't tell them we're with the resistance.
How many? 5. This way. 3 if you stand on the gray markers, the remaining 2 on orange there.
Red marker now.
3 on green, 2 on orange, 2. Join them on the orange there. We need 2 of you here on green.
You should get a picture of those stormtroopers while we can.
These colors are vital for interrogation. Which one will answer your next moment? You're not forgetting these colors, or there will be consequences. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Excellent. Stand by for our next round.
Colors or what?
Now, gray and orange, proceed into the cell.
I didn't pass school, sir.
Next one. Remember the color gray, proceed into the cell. Everyone else keep going. Red, proceed into the cell. Followed by blue, into the cell.
Prisoners are secure.
Leave us.
Yes, General.
Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Orange and gray, red and blue. Look for your colors. Orange and gray, red and blue. See if that passes on left to right and left to right.
Wait, you're still here? I was coming back with an attack force. Get to the escape pods now. Lieutenant Belcher, we need to find him a way.
Recortos para su seguridad. Permanezcan sentados con su cinturón de seguridad bien ajustado. Mantengan las manos sobre sus pies y piernas dentro del transporte y supervisen a sus niños.
Right inside. Back row on up. Go check on the jello tab. Remember to watch out the feet. These doors are closing. You guys are wearing any hats, sun shields, or satellite dishes? You want to take those off. This is R5. Every front you strap off this base. Hopefully they're right. I haven't touched one of these in over a year, so yeah. Alright. Alright, we're swimming on in now. Now, if you guys get caught again, don't say anything, alright? Because we'll be on your own. We'll not be here to save you again.
Take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners.
Power's blown. Find an alternate route. Who'll take these two droids anyway?
Detachment to level D.
If anyone's ready to put after us, now's a good time. The escape pod's just below us. Wait, why are you going up? I said down. Up is bad. Up is real bad.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm. All personnel to their stations.
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the
Hey!
All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. Line up, scan for his pod beacon.
More escape pods down in Sector 4. Verification pending from Kyber personnel.
Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck.
We're tracking Beck's pod at the wreckage site.
Wreckage? I got a bad feeling about this.
No, sir, he came down to the wreckage site.
That doesn't sound good. He was the backbone of this operation. If anything happens to him, Lieutenant Beck here. Beck! I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the resistance base is secure. Bravo! Yes, R5, you too.
So what'd you think? Pretty cool, right? I was able to bring my GoPro on, and I did my best to film everything. They did a really good job with animatronics and like the little sled you roll around on, and then the backgrounds and stuff were all, the new tech they use for the Mandalorian, where it's kind of like a virtual set, but it's not a green screen. They project onto a screen itself. So it's super immersive, and like you can actually get like draw distance, and the set pieces were huge. It was really well done, really well done. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't quite like a roller coaster like Indiana Jones or Space Mountain or something like that. But it was a neat story that they told, and it was cool to have Kylo Ren there and some of the other characters from the movies. And they did a really good job of atmosphere, so you could actually like feel how dead and cold it was, like in the hangar. And then when Kylo's lightsaber comes through the ceiling, you actually can feel some of the heat coming off of it. It was really well done. The audio was great. Definitely something I recommend you experience. And as I mentioned earlier, if you do go and you're only going for a day, get there early, especially if you're doing both parks, so you can get in that virtual queue, because it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And then also because of the Pangea, if you want to get into the cantina or anything like that, it's all just waitlist. They're booked up until the end of the year, which is sad. So you just have to kind of hope that they have space, which we were lucky. We had an hour to kill before we got into Rise of the Resistance. We just happened to be walking by the cantina. I noticed there wasn't a line, so I hopped on the app, and I was just like, oh, wait, there's space. And I was able to get us in within like 15 minutes too. Helps that it was just me and a friend, so a small party. It was standing room only. I did take a video, but it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, Rise of the Resistance was great. And then of course afterwards we had to do some shopping, and that brings me to this. I have, as you know, and as I'll link below, I do have a custom saber that I built the last time I was in Disneyland, and in those custom sabers you can put any color of crystal you want. They have yellow now. After episode 9 they have yellow Kyber crystals. I didn't bother because the one I wanted was white, which I have. However, they do hide a black one inside these red ones randomly, and you don't know till you open. As you can see, you can't see through it. All you know is it's red, and you just hope that it's a black one. And you're probably thinking, why would it matter? It's because they also sell holocrons there, which I actually haven't picked up yet. And if you put a crystal inside of a holocron, you'll receive a message from a Jedi or a Sith. And depending on the color of that crystal, you'll receive a different message. So if it's green, you'll receive a message from a green saber wielder, so Ahsoka, or Luke, or Qui-Gon, Yoda. Blue would be also Luke, or Anakin, or Obi-Wan, and red, of course, any Sith wielder. White, Ahsoka, and black would be Darksaber. So you get messages from Bo-Katan, or maybe Din Djarin. I don't know if they've updated it for the Mandalorian or anything like that. But anyways, why don't I crack into this as best I can. I don't have my scissors here. I don't want to ruin my nails. Let's see if we can get into this. See if there's a black one. I'm not the best with these things, and they shrink wrap it really well. Well, I think I got it. Yep, I do. Let's find out if this is just a plain red crystal. If it is, well, I've got two. think I've got them actually in behind me. Yeah, I've got a white and a red there. I think the white case might hold the one that I built it with, which was, I think, green. I don't remember. It just screws off the bottom here. Now let's see. Ah, it's red. Oh. Too bad. It's not black. That's okay. Not the end of the world. I'll go back. I can get another one. And maybe I'll pick up one of those holocrons and I'll have messages from Palpatine and Vader or Darth Maul would be pretty cool. But anyways, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you enjoyed watching the Rise of the Resistance as much as I did fighting it. I wish I could have gone on it again, but not possible unless I were to join the virtual queue twice, which means getting there at 7 a.m. and I'm not a morning person, so not very possible. But if you are going and you're going with your family, make sure you sign up for the app, get your tickets on there, build your party together, or don't unless you don't want to ride the ride with your family, and make sure to get on those virtual queues. If you're there for multiple days, not the end of the world, but if you're only there for one day, 7 a.m. and noon, you need to be on it, like on it. And if you connect your tickets with the rest of your party, and you happen to be on a ride but someone isn't, make sure they're on it because you'll all get in the queue together. But yeah, if you do like this, please do rise and hit that subscribe button and try to resist hitting that little bell for notifications. I do have a link to my video of when I built my lightsaber, so please do check that out. And you can look forward to some more videos from my trip from LA. I went to a collectible show and I did a little retro game hunting while I was there, so you can look forward to a couple of those videos coming up and another game review as well. And in the meantime, that was an aggressive honk. In the meantime, stay safe and love you, bye.